So hi guys, I got a question about spacing, about why sometimes when we're in Squarespace, it can totally change your spacing, and you might add a sentence or kind of change a sentence, and you get this really awkward, weird spacing. So basically, it kind of boils down to just standard, like the way that any type of program, whether it's Microsoft Word or any computer program, the way that it understands spacing. So if you are typing in a paragraph and you just continue to type and continue to type, it's immediately going to just keep that spacing consistent because it knows that you are in the same paragraph, correct? So anytime you hit enter, that program knows, okay, I'm starting a whole new paragraph now, and so I need to give this long space in between them. I guess that's actually probably a heading 3. So it gives this kind of big gap. So what ends up happening is, let's say a lot of times people say, I want to, for instance, if I'm making a list, I don't want there to be this huge gap in between. But Squarespace or any other program won't understand that. They just think anytime you hit enter that you're starting a new paragraph. So let's say that I want to list something, and I want to do list 1 and I want to do list 2. And also, if you noticed, it also changes because it's going to be putting me into my normal one every time. So let's say we just do list 3, just so you can kind of see. So I've got all 3 of these, and as you can tell, they're spaced pretty far apart, which doesn't look incredibly nice. So instead, if I came to list 1 and I hold down my shift key and my enter key, it now is basically telling it I'm still in the same paragraph. I want the spacing to be tight, like a paragraph spacing, but I am now, I want to go to the next line. So, whoops. So that is how you kind of fix that problem, is by just the shift and enter key. So if I already have these set up and they have this awkward spacing in between them, I can just go to the front of this second line, backspace, so that now it's on the same line with list 1, and hit shift enter. Then I do the same thing for this one, and I will just hit backspace, shift enter, and there we go. So that's kind of how you adjust the spacing depending on how you want things to look on your website. That goes for copying too. So I see a ton of people that write all of their content in Microsoft Word and then copy and paste it into their site, which is totally fine. But you're going to need to know that if you want something to be, like for instance, let's say I want this to be, it could be a new paragraph, which means that it gives it a whole bunch of spacing, or if I want it to kind of be tight, but just on a different line, you're going to want to make sure that you're doing that shift enter process when you are, and actually probably that's a better look, but you're going to want to make sure that you're doing that shift enter process even in Microsoft Word if you're going to copy and paste it over. So I hope that helps.